This is happening right now. A federal judge today said Trump is required to use emergency money to fund the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Or simply put, Judge told Trump to quit fucking with people's lives. The benefits run out tomorrow as the shutdown drags on, putting nearly 42 million Americans at risk. This federal judge in Rhode Island said in an emergency hearing that the Trump administration and the U.S. Department of Agriculture have to release close to $6 billion.
This is developing as we come on the air tonight. At any moment, a federal judge could order the Trump administration to tap into billions of dollars in a savings account to help cover November SNAP benefits. Oregon and Washington joined several other states and sued the federal government. We're on your side, working to determine what the judge's decision could mean for people right here in the Pacific Northwest. Thanks for joining us today for KT News at 4. I'm Ray Casway. 1 in 6 Oregonians is on SNAP. The state is suing the feds, arguing the USDA is violating federal law by suspending payments. The White House says the Department of Agriculture does not have the power to use its contingency fund in this case. They say it needs to be used for emergencies like natural disasters. The judge in Boston said this is an emergency. House Speaker Mike Johnson agrees with President Trump. Democrats are not buying the argument.
The simplest way to end the pain and the simplest way to make this stop is for the Democrats to do the obvious and right thing and vote for the nonpartisan funding measure so that we can turn everything back on.
The judge said it must be distributed in a timely fashion, and Trump must deliver an update by noon on Monday. Okay, there's so many things wrong with this. First off, Trump will only consider following this order if he sees a way it works for him. But even then, his sociopathy might not allow himself to do what a judge says because Trump thinks he's a dictator.
He says, "You're not going to be a dictator, are you?" I said, no, other than day one.
No one is a dictator for just one day. That's like a Catholic priest saying, just one boy and I'm good. But my guess is Trump will probably do what the southern end of his party desires. Let the black people starve.
And white people are done being bullied.
Discriminating against and denigrating, just denigrating white people.
Now, if you think it's wrong for me to disparage white Southern men who still drop the N-word without looking over their shoulder and still fly Confederate flags, well, fuck you, because you're part of the problem.
Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton.
So here's what will probably happen. Trump will appeal to the Supreme Court, where 6 soulless conservatives may very well echo Trump and MAGA's proclamation about these crack-smoking, lazy poor people. But listen to Brooke Rollins, who heads up Trump's Department of Agriculture, who most assuredly can see how Trump's policies are hurting the poor, which includes farmers, where almost every day a farmer gets deeper in debt.
My message to America is first, the fact that your government is failing you right now. That poverty is not red or blue. It is not a Republican or Democrat issue. It doesn't matter who you voted for or even if you voted. That if you are in a position where you can't feed your family and you're relying on that $187 a month for an average family in the SNAP program, that we have failed you.
Federal government has fucked you over.
And it's clarifying. When she says we have failed you, she means we, the Democrats.
It's not the government, Brooke. It's Republicans. From day one, Trump and his cabal realized the opportunity to build on the backs of the racist American and his virulent attack on anything that ain't white.
These blacks trying to go rob her, happening all the time in urban America. Prowling blacks go around for fun to go target white people. That's a fact. Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson, you do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously.
Even in the Republican Party against their own vice president.
J.D. Vance also has a non-white wife, an Indian wife, and a kid named Vivek. All his kids have Indian names. So it's like, what exactly are we getting here? And that's not a dig at him just because I'm a racist or something. But it's like, who is this guy really? Do we really expect that the guy who has an Indian wife and named their kid Vivek is going to support white identity?
But the latest example is this twat monkey, the representative from Louisiana, Clay Higgins, attacking the food stamp program. But good old boy Clay just didn't attack the program. He spread his hillbilly racist wings and shit on millions of Americans with this tweet.
There are 42 million American households receiving SNAP benefits for groceries at $4,200 per year on average. Any American who's been receiving $4,200 per year of free groceries and does not have at least 1 month of grocery stock should never again receive SNAP because, wow, stop smoking crack.
Wow, Clay, that racism is on an Olympic level. First of all, 13% of Americans receive help from SNAP. And for you to insinuate with your crack comment that they're all lazy African Americans who only make up 12% of the U.S. population, well, all I can say is fuck you and the white robe you rode in on.
Away, Dixieland.
According to the Department of Agriculture, last year SNAP served 41 million Americans across 22 million households. And tomorrow, the SNAP assistance program will run out of funds. Now, 2 important points here.
Fuck you over.
The government shutdown is about stopping MAGA and people like Clay Higgins from cutting even more people off the Affordable Care Act. Literally the only way 12 million people can get health care. And Trump is only backing the shutdown because it's Obamacare. And it kills him that Obama is so loved and respected.
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes. I heard someone compare Trump to the neighbor who keeps running his leaf blower outside your window every minute of every day. From a neighbor, that's exhausting. From a president, it's just dangerous.
So Higgins and Trump play off the MAGA base hatred of black people, even when they appear as ignorant as advertised.
We're talking about health care today, and which plan do you support? Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act?
The Affordable Care Act.
And what is it about Obamacare that you do not like?
I just think that there's a lot of holes in it, and it needs to be revamped. I think hasn't been thought out.
You think the Affordable Care Act is a better plan than Obamacare?
Better.
Do you know that Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act are the same thing?
No, they're not. Thanks, you made me look stupid.
And secondly, the Trump tariffs are making groceries more expensive, as farmers can't sell food to the world when other nations enact their tariffs in response to Trump's small penis. That's important for people to understand. Our economy is dependent on agriculture, but Trump is arresting and deporting brown people who work these farms and who are directly responsible for our worldwide success as an agricultural leader. And as this administration continues to reward billionaires while shitting on America's working poor, they will continue to attack poor white and non-white Americans in any and every way they can, from cutting after school programs to SNAP to sending in troops to their neighborhoods armed with assault rifles. But people like Clay Higgins, Brooke Rollins, and the rest of racist MAGA, that won't hold up. Dr. King said the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. I believe that, but until then, let's help it bend a little more swiftly.
Goddamn right.
I think the president is definitely f***ing Satan.
I kept my underwear on.
I'm very excited about that.
You're a nasty person.
Go fuck yourself.
They know how to get to me.
A witch hunt.
Suck my fat one.
They had what?
Who you talking to?
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
So this is the guy that peddles in garbage.
I'm Chip Franklin.